Hi guys, this is Guidance with Compassion here with another reading. So today we're going to do something different. I'm going to be reading for the sign of Sagittarius, and I'm going to be pulling 3 Rider-Waite cards for the months of July, August and September. And I'll pull an oracle card for each month as well. And I'll be asking Spirit, what blessings are coming towards you, Sagittarius? I thought I'd try something new. Try it out, see how, you guys like it. Let me know in the comments if you like this new style of reading. And let's get straight into it, shall we? Spirit, please give me 3 cards, 1 more card, of what blessings are coming towards Sagittarius in the month of July. One more card for August, please, of blessings coming towards Sagittarius. Oh, that's 2. 1 more card, Spirit, for the month of August, of blessings coming towards. Yep. Two more cards, please, Spirit. Ooh! These jumped off the table, so I'm going to definitely take them. Queen of Cups, bottom of the deck. Nurturing yourself. Filling your cup, Sagittarius. Focusing on your needs. I know from the last 2 readings, I know from your Summer of Love reading and your June general reading, you have been focusing, Sagittarius, on your own wants and needs and freedom, which is what everyone should be doing, really. Okay, so let's pull your oracle cards. Ooh, that's too many spirits, so let's flip them back. Cards all over the place, all over the shop today. Spirit, please give me an oracle card for July. Spirit, please give me 1 oracle card for further messages. August. And finally, 1 oracle card for further messages for September. One oracle card, please, spirits. There we go. Oh, and we had this in the last reading for Aries. Imagine. So manifestations, something to do with your manifestations. Right. Current position for July. We've got the Fool. Great energy. Free. Just like Sagittarius loves their freedom. Doesn't want to be restricted. Going in. Taking risks. Perhaps they're paying off. Let me know in the comments. Have you taken any leaps of faith and it's paid off? Paid off better than you could have imagined? You're frankly glad that you took the leap. You don't know what you were so worried about. Or maybe if it didn't pan out so well. Tell me about that in the comments too. What's the obstacle? 8 of Wands, communication, fast movement, messages. Perhaps this big risk has freaked out, friends and family. They're thinking, what are you doing? What on earth are you doing, Sagittarius? That's probably not something that you're a stranger to hearing. People wondering, what are you doing? Like, it's too alien to everyone else. But as long as you know what you're doing, you know where you're going. It doesn't matter what anyone else is saying to you, Sagittarius. Trust your intuition. Trust your gut. Advice. Page of Pentacles. So advice from spirits, maybe tone it down a little. I know Sagittarius is going to hate this, but it's like, perhaps rein it in a bit, you know. Page of Pentacles, starting small. He's got one pentacle. He's starting small. He's setting roots, you know. Maybe like, don't go full out there. Don't jump into the biggest risk imaginable at this time, you know. Just kind of ease into it, you know. Things moving fast can be challenging if it's not communication, people talking. It could be challenging, can be hard to control, you know. Don't go full blown full and just, you know, not think of any consequences, Sagittarius. Maybe Spirit saying, you know, use a little bit of discernment, you know, before you... The Fool here is, you know, he's leaping off a cliff. You know, it's just stepping out and going, whoop. But we know in life, this will have consequences. You'll break your back, break your leg, you know. Lucky you don't die. So think, you know, all's well and good just to, you know, be free. But perhaps think sometimes of the consequences of that, what that could actually mean. And what it could mean actually, not just for yourself, but for other people. I know sometimes we're like, you know, don't always think about what other people think. You're the priority, but sometimes what we do, our behavior can affect others. So that's one thing to think about. Yang, fire, passion. So I'm thinking Spirit is saying, you know, keep the balance. You know, we got a bit of energy here, like a lot of fire. You know, your fire sign, Sagittarius. You know, you got the wands here. We've got the pentacle, earth. You know, perhaps you got earth placements in your chart. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. But Spirit's saying, you know, Queen of Cups here on the bottom of the deck, who's quite balanced. She's filled up her cup. She knows her self-worth. So she doesn't feel the need to have to rush blindly in. She has a little bit of, well, not even a little bit, she has, you know, wisdom to know what she's been through and how to not act the same way and repeat the cycle. So Spirit is saying with this Page of Pentacles and Yang, you know, a little bit of fire, that's fine. As long as you ease it out with, you know, some earth energy. You know, earth signs are pretty stable, pretty sensible. You may say fire signs pretty boring, but there needs to be some practicality behind this full energy. You need some practical thinking, some intelligent thinking, some logical thinking. I'm thinking air here. There's no air here at the moment, but that's what I'm thinking. Logic. You know, you can't rush in without a plan. You know, pages, they're the novice. But the Page of Pentacles is the most reliable novice, you would say. They may be young, but they're sensing inroads of stability. You know? We've got 8 of Wands here as the obstacle. So maybe this could be outside factors. Like I talked before about, you know, people questioning what you're doing, but this could be people encouraging what you're doing. And maybe perhaps quiet the yes people and think, actually, is this a good idea? Should I be doing this? Because I'm the one that's actually doing it. You know, it's all well and good when your friends G you on, But when you are actually the one taking the steps, doing the action, they're not going to feel these consequences. So think long and hard to yourself, like the Queen of Cups here. She's thinking within, looking within. Is this a good idea? So that is the blessing that, Spirit is saying is coming towards you. The blessing of thinking things through, logic, discernment, intuition, wisdom. This seems to be the message here today, because that was a similar kind of message I was getting for Aries, using wisdom. So for August, current position, we have the Four of Swords, rest, solitude. Perhaps all this energy here, commotion, you've decided to retreat. You've decided to have a breather, which is fine, There's nothing wrong with that. We're all entitled to have a break now and then. Life warrants it. So let's see what else is going on. Oof. 10 of Swords. Underneath the 8 of Wands as well. Did someone stab you in the back? Did someone give you bad advice? Did people just watch you fall off this cliff and not help? Sagittarius. Did they watch you fall? I have this image in my head of people, we live in the day and age of social media and people just watching and filming someone do something stupid. And they don't help. They don't tell you it's not a good idea. They think it's funny. So perhaps these people thought it was funny to watch you make a fool, literally a fool of yourself. And you've decided to take a rest. It couldn't even be that you actually did get injured and you've had to sit your ass down. Spirits had to say, all right, it's time to rest. It's time to recuperate. Because of all of this energy, look what's happened. Advice. 8 of Pentacles. I see this as you working back on yourself, Sagittarius. You've kind of jumped in, both feet forward into the abyss, and nothing's broke your fall. You rushed right in. I'll say Ace. 8 of Wands. You rushed right in. I don't know if it's into a situation. It could be many things. It could be a relationship, a job, travel. You could have just rushed right in without even thinking, not planning, not focusing. And it bit you on the ass. I'm not saying to try Sagittarius, but taper. You're not just going to move to Australia without any planning or research, right? I'm using this as an example. So now Spirit's advising you to do the work. It's all good to take a risk, to jump in, to be free, but make sure you have all the facts. Make sure that you know what you're doing, what you're letting yourself in for, whatever it is. Obviously, you can't control every situation. You can't think of every eventuality. That's impossible. Otherwise, you wouldn't do anything. That would create a lot of anxiety and fear, which is what I talked to Aries about in their reading. Check that out if you feel that's relevant. But, Spirit's more saying you need to have a balance between passion, fire, and groundedness. So now you need to work on this foundation of being grounded, as well as, being passionate, forthcoming, energetic. Those are still great traits to have, in measure. Not all of that. It becomes chaotic. And no wonder you end up 10 swords in the back there. Because you're not seeing clearly with that kind of energy. Fire is uncontrollable. It's not discerning. It's just whoosh. It's uncontrollable. It's untamable. Soulmates. Was this because you rushed in? Fools rush in is the saying, right? Did you rush into a connection and just thought, do you know what? We're gonna. This is a silly excuse, but silly example, but this may be relevant. I'm thinking of, when people rush to the altar, they just rush in and go, do you know what? I've known you this long, but you're the love of my life. You are my true love. There's no one else. I've known you a couple of months, but I know what it is. It's like a whirlwind romance. And we all know how those can go. Like I'm seeing this, like it's been in the headlines recently with J-Lo and Ben Affleck. They got back together. Everyone was like rooting for them. Yeah. They got married. It's only been a year and it's looking like they're heading to divorce. Perhaps, it seems like they're not compatible. They want different things. I'm not in their relationship. I don't know. That's just what's being said in the press and the media. But if they'd taken their time and balanced, passion with stability, they would have got to know each other at a better, slower pace so they could see whether this would work out and not have this dramatic, painful ending. This is far worse than 3 swords in the heart. It's 10 swords in the back. You could feel like this person wounded you, betrayed you. It's like 7 of Swords energy. And this is, this is not just one incident. 10 swords in the back means you ignored several red flags. And I'm not blaming you, Sagittarius, Anyone can be easily swept up in emotions of love. But I would say this is a good lesson for you to learn. And often the good lessons that we learn are through pain, unfortunately. But while you recover from this heartbreak, take in what happened, what you did. Take responsibility and see how you can learn from it, and this will become wisdom to you and how you will proceed going forward. And this can be the blessing, Sagittarius, It could, you may think, oh, this is bad. 10 swords in my back. This is so painful, but it could have been much worse. This is happening in the space of a month. Imagine if it had gone on longer, if you had more invested. I don't know what the state of this relationship is, but it seems like quite a quick turnaround. So it may hurt in the moment here, but when you look back, you'll realize how it's a blessing in disguise. How things could have materialized much worse. These 10 swords could have been much worse. Believe you me. So this is a lesson that you've had to learn. So September, we've got the 5 of Swords. Winning at all costs. And it's funny because I mentioned in July how there was no logic, there was no air. So now we see the swords here. All the logic stabbing you in the back, I'm getting. Using the logic now to win at all costs. But then, you know, this does have an element of doing whatever to get your way, to be the winner, which is not quite clean, Sagittarius, you know. We don't want to leave a funny taste in people's mouths. I feel this is like the kind of energy of this card, you know. These people are fed up. They're like, okay, fine, you win. I've had enough, you know. Or this could be your energy, you know. You're feeling like this because you're like, you feel hard done by, and you feel like, you know, I jumped in, I gave my all to this person, and look what they did to me. I've had enough with love. I've had enough. I'm over it. Whatever. But we have here the obstacle as justice, you know, feeling, and that's underneath the Ten of Swords, feeling like the way you have been treated is not justified, you know, it's not justified, it's not fair, is what I'm getting. I'm getting that energy from it. It's not fair. And you're kind of like fighting back. Like, it's not fair what they did to me. And I don't know how you're acting, who you're acting this towards. I don't feel like this is towards the person that did this to you. In that sense, that is not fair either to whoever you're taking out your pain on. You know, the phrase is, you don't bleed onto other people. You know, we don't pass on trauma to others. That's not the way you heal. That's not the right approach. Advice from Spirit, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is grounded. He's stable. He's wise. He knows how to produce abundance. He's taken the time. It's gone from a page to a king. He's slowly grown into this wise position. Growth is what I'm getting in my head. Growth. And I think, Sagittarius, this is a message of growth for you. You know, in the beginning in July, it's giving very much like childlike energy, like the Fool, childlike innocence, childlike energy, but no thought behind your actions. So situations with the Ten of Swords are inevitable, really. You're going to get hurt when there's no thought or thinking behind it. And, you know, others may say, but that's not fun, and I just want to feel and do it. But eventually you're going to get hurt if that's your attitude. You know, not thinking. People say, well, that's too grown up, that's too serious. But would you rather repeat a cycle of Ten of Swords over and over again, which will lead to a tower? Not a good tower, but a tower nevertheless. Because you won't be getting the message, repeating the cycles. So I feel like the blessings coming toward you, Sagittarius, is, you know, blessings in disguise. In the moment, it may hurt like hell. You know, you may think, I don't know how I'm going to recover. I throw in the towel. I just don't know. I just don't want to even try. But try. But slowly this time. Don't rush. Why are you rushing, Sagittarius? Let me ask you that. Why are you rushing? You have all the time in the world. I don't care what age you are, where you are in your life. You think, oh, I need to rush. I'm running out of time. You're not running out of time. What is for you is for you. It doesn't pass you by. So there's no need to rush, to speed. You're missing the journey because the most enjoyable part is the journey. Looking back and seeing, I did that. I achieved that. I healed from that. I learned that lesson. Look at the growth I've achieved. Look at the healing I've achieved. Look at me. Here we have. Not for you, Sagittarius. Yeah? And we have that underneath soulmates. This person was not for you. But maybe it was not clear for you to see that, Sagittarius, because you just rushed in. You just steamed ahead. Fools. Fools rush in. Queen of Cups here. Something you need to look at within. I don't know if it's a void you're trying to fill by rushing it, filling it with energy, with fire, passion, with noise. But the Queen of Cups is quiet. She focuses in. She listens to herself. She does the inner work. She spends time in solitude, Four of Swords, because that's how she grows. You can't grow amongst the noise, amongst the chitter-chatter, amongst the fire. You need space in order to hear what's not for you, in order to see where you need to go and what you need to do. See your manifestations, hear your manifestations in order to manifest. Perhaps it's something that you need to take up is meditation, Sagittarius, which helps you to slow down. You know, a lot of this chaos is caused by fast moving energy and then retaliating to the pain you experienced as a side effect of that, which was inevitable, really. It's not really that you can blame anyone for your lack of responsibility, Sagittarius. You know, I'm not getting at you, I'm just letting you know. But I feel like this is the blessing for you, Sagittarius, you know. Going in summer, crashing and burning, and realizing coming out that I should have done things better. I should have slowed down. I shouldn't have done that. That wasn't for me. Which is fine, Sagittarius. Like, you're not on trial, you know. Hopefully you didn't hurt anyone in the process. But learn from it. Don't repeat this cycle and grow. So this is the reading, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if it resonates. Let me know your feelings in the comments section. Tell me how you feel about this reading. You know, maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's someone you know. Let me know in the comments. Give me your feedback. Hope you enjoyed this reading. We've got plenty more in the channel. You can take a look and see if others resonate. Again, thank you.